When Prince Harry went to Ukraine recently, it shocked a lot of people, didn't it? I mean, what was he doing there? Who invited him? And of course, then it sort of emerged that he was there to meet, as part of an Invictus thing. And people thought, well, okay, yes, but, why now and why on this particular deer tour when he'd been, of course, in the United Kingdom to battle for his own personal security? But according to a source, there's a bigger reason behind that particular visit. As ever, let me explain. Morning, chums. Lovely to see you today. Thank you so much as ever for taking the time out to join me. I'll have a lovely wave with you. It's very nice to see you. It's a funny thing, isn't it? When Harry came over to the United Kingdom, there was this big thing. As I pointed out, was he staying in this particular hotel? Wasn't he? But everything is always done, isn't it, with sort of secrecy and, hidden away. It can never just be straightforward. I don't know whether that's the remit of what they want to do now. But then, of course, he popped up in Ukraine and then suddenly popped back, and on Meghan's Instagram account, he'd brought back this cake, which was unveiled and served. And you think, what is this about, Now, a lot of people were saying, well, the reason why he's done this is simply because his elder brother recently was pictured in a very similar situation. And Harry likes to see himself as the all-action hero, particularly the one that's been part, of course, of the army and, been on command, as it were. He loves that side of his life. And as we saw when Meghan wrote that book a couple of years ago now, The Bench, the cartoon portrayed somebody with red hair in camouflage, right? So she knows how to pander to that side of his ego. But according to a well-placed source, there was a bigger picture than that, and it wasn't actually to do with his elder brother, but some people suggest this was a slight that he was rewriting, shall we say, for his wife, Meghan Markle. And this really is all down to the fact that, well, even in her short time inside the monarchy, she didn't necessarily see eye to eye with everybody, as we found out. Now, where I find this interesting is lots of people focus on the fact that Meghan spurned the opportunity to have assistance, help, guidance, not just from the Queen, and of course the wonderful Angela Kelly, who looked after the Queen for many years, but other people, including Queen Camilla, who obviously been through a rough ride herself and figured, well, maybe I could be some use to you. Not in Meghan's eyes, right? She wasn't interested, didn't care, wasn't bothered. Moving forward, what was interesting, in my opinion, was this. You see, what happened then was, if you remember, on the very final, event, whatever you want to call it, the Commonwealth Day, where she was dressed all in green, when it was suggested perhaps that wouldn't be the right colour, well, Meghan decided that, well, somebody had taken umbrage against her. That's right, the current Duchess of Edinburgh, Sophie. Now, I, as I said, have met Sophie many years ago when she worked at Capital Radio, a very forthright girl who knows the job, knows exactly what's required, and is very professional in her attitude. At this point, she would have known exactly how upset Meghan and Harry had made the late Queen. And of course, she was very big friends, naturally, with Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh. Very close to him indeed. So she was angry, one can understand. Well, guess what? Just under a year ago now, Duchess Sophie popped up, of course, in Ukraine, doing sterling work without a fanfare, and there for a reason, to get a project going, to get a message over. This was noted and quoted by Markle, and of course, pointed out, according to sources, as ever allegedly, that this was something Harry should be doing, given his army background. And that truly is the reason why that manifested a year down the line. It took a long time, but of course, the thing that Harry didn't receive, which Sophie did, was a meeting with the President Zelensky. I suspect that even President Zelensky knows, well, meeting real royalty against, well, one-time royalty is more preferable. And even he doesn't want to muddy the waters. That is the situation I was told as to exactly how the Duke versus the Duchess in Ukraine. Now, which version do you prefer? Neil Sean, Kensington, London.